Asus has a new addition to the ZenFone Zoom series. The new ZenFone Zoom S ditches the single-lens optical zoom implementation for a less complicated dual-camera setup. Asus has also given the phone quite an aggressive price compared to its competitors like the Honor 8 Pro and the Moto Z2 Play. Let's see how it fares.
Build quality is very good thanks to the all-metal body, and the rounded edges feel comfortable in your hand. The buttons fall in place nicely and have good tactile feedback, and despite the 5.5-inch display, it's not too cumbersome to manage with one hand. The SIM tray on the left is the hybrid type, so you can either use 2 SIM cards or 1 SIM and a micro SD card. We're not big fans of the old-fashioned navigation keys, as there's not much customization to be done here. Plus, they're not backlit, which is another annoyance. The display has very good brightness and visuals are sharp thanks to the Full HD AMOLED panel. Colors are a bit heavily saturated by default, but this can be toned down via the settings. The fingerprint sensor is easy to reach at the back and is quick at authentication. Plus, you can set it to answer calls or take pictures. The ZenFone Zoom S is powered by a Snapdragon 625 SoC, and it comes with 4 GB of RAM as well as 64 GB of onboard storage, which should be plenty for most. Performance is good and we didn't really have any issues running apps and 3D games.
The phone gets a bit warm around the edges with heavy camera use and gaming, but nothing too alarming.
It's nice to see Android Nougat, but we're not sure we can say the same about Zen UI 3. It's starting to show its age, and while there's a ton of customization to be had, it can feel cluttered even to the most avid of Android users. You also get a whole bunch of pre-installed apps, some of which are useful but many can't be uninstalled. 4K videos play back smoothly and the inbuilt DAC does a good job with audio. It even supports 192kHz 24-bit audio, which means higher-end headphones will be able to take advantage of higher resolution files. The main highlight of the Zoom S are the rear 12-megapixel sensors. The primary one is the better of the two thanks to the wider aperture and larger pixel size, and it's favored in most shooting scenarios. The second 12-megapixel sensor has a longer focal length, which lets you optically zoom into your subject when you hit the 2.3x button. It's also used for portrait mode, letting you blur the background from your subject. Image quality in landscape shots is good, but the camera seems to struggle with light metering, which leaves you with many overexposed areas. HDR isn't of much help here either, as the result isn't always satisfactory. In low light shots, noise is handled very well, but this comes at the cost of details. The phone is capable of recording 4K video, and the camera app offers good stabilization. However, you can't use the optical zoom once you started recording a video, which is a shame. The app itself is quite feature-rich, with plenty of shooting modes to choose from, but it is a bit buggy, which requires a restart now and then. Battery life is very good, and we're impressed at how Asus has managed to stuff in a 5000 mAh battery in a relatively slim and lightweight profile. There's no fast charging here, but the bundled adapter will give you about a 50% charge in an hour. The ZenFone Zoom S is a good option at its current price, but it's far from perfect. Its highlight feature, the cameras, works well, but it could still use a lot of work. It scores well in other areas though, like the build, battery life, and app and system performance. Zen UI can be a bit tedious to navigate, so for those who are looking for simplicity, then the Moto Z2 Play is an excellent alternative.
For more CPU grunt, you can always turn to the OnePlus 3T, the Honor 8 Pro, or even the LG V20 for a bit more money. So thanks for watching our review. Be sure to check out more videos right here, and give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.